My name is Jasmine. I go by Jazz, like the music. It's one of the things that I like to tell people. And I am currently a senior at the University of Tampa, majoring in film and media arts and minoring in music. So I am an international student. I'm from Hong Kong originally. There are a lot of culture shocks and a lot of things that I still don't understand about this country. It's been really fun to see outside of where I'm from and just see how art is such a big thing in America, and then you have so much freedom to express and also just make whatever you feel like. How my country works is we don't really have a lot of artistic platforms and stuff, and everything is just very condensed, and you don't really get a lot of freedom to express and do art, because the government does control us sometimes. So I'm I want to go out of my country and see the world and explore different forms of art and learn about filmmaking. So I'm here, and then I literally have not touched a camera or editing software until first year of college. So I was so lost coming in, what is going on? So how I see it, me in my place now in college and in life, I'm just trying to collaborate between both film and music. So I wrote this silly little romantic story with my two talents in the film, and then I just added music to it because I'm what if I just do music? Because I really suck at writing, writing scripts, because English is not my first language, so I do struggle writing really good scripts. And because my favorite genre of films is musical, and I'm what if I just write a musical and I just do the entire film without sound, and then I do it in post to score it. So that's kind of my idea. And then I pitch it to my professors here at UT. I'm what are the odds that I can just make a musical for my thesis? And then all my professors are nobody has done it before at the school, but if someone's gonna make a musical, it's gonna be you. It took me 239 days to complete this film. So I scored my film first. So I wrote the three songs for my 3 dance sequence. So I wrote all the music for it. And then I just visualized this music sounds like a ballroom dance, or it sounds like a first date. And then I just went on around a month of location scouting, just in the Tampa and also St. Pete area. And then I was emailing the film commission, Film Tampa Bay, regarding permits and all the locations. So I finally wrote my script accordingly, oh, this is what happens. They do a little twirl, they do a little dance, and then I was able to kind of write it out in a way that makes sense to me and also to my readers. I had a really large crew because I really like to collaborate with other filmmakers. I have my co-producer, her name is Hannah. She's amazing, and she's also my DP. We also met up with our choreographer, Menna, that helped with the whole planning, because we can't really figure out how to shoot scenes if we don't know how the dance moves are. Our camera department that helped with a lot of the camera and all the rigs and all of the different gimbals and dollies that we use. I had an amazing art department team as well to make sure all the costumes are great. And it's honestly one of the most stressful filming experience that I had. It was horrible because I did everything my professor said not to do. So in my film, I played with using public location, and then secondly, I played with water. So one of the scenes is my talents were dancing in a water fountain. So there were so many water. So the equipment, we need to wrap it around. We need to make sure it's waterproof, and all the continuity with all the costumes, and then making sure their hair and makeup are still there, still good. So all my cast and crew had a lot of fun with it. So even though we're in the Florida sun for 6 hours, and we're heat resetting, resetting all of the camera, wiping all the lens, and then changing the talent, blow drying them, and so many things to do. But everybody was in such a good mood because of the environment and everybody that we're working with. It's really fun to work with a big group of people because I was able to delegate all of the workload. And my post-production process is really long because it's also not a traditional post-production process. So I have to edit all of the film before I can do any of the sound aspect to it. So I had to spend a lot of time, make sure like the photo edit, like the picture edit is all done. And then I moved into my sound aspect of it. So I recorded in the span of 2 days, my musician friends in the music department, like playing the actual soundtrack. So I had to like make sure that it looks good in like the music world. So I had to like write the actual note heads for like every single part. And then I gave it to like my musicians, like, hey, this is like the soundtrack. And then they learned it. And then we just all came together for a rehearsal. And then we went to the music recording suite in the music building, and then we recorded the actual soundtrack. So after having like all the sound, I went back to sync them all with the actual visuals. That also took like a lot, because like I have to like keep adjusting it and make sure they all line up. So that was like my post-production, where I also did another like production date. My film got faculty nominated into this year 2023's Gasparilla International Film Festival. It still feels unreal to me. Like I just got an email from my professor like, hey, we nominated you for the festival. We'll see if you get in or not. Good luck. I got in. That I found the news like last week, and I'm like, this is not real. Like I literally made this silly movie that was just for fun, and I just want to make a musical because nobody has done it before. And now I'm gonna show it to the world, and everybody can see it. Like there are gonna be people that I don't know. There might be people in the industry that's just gonna see my movie. On the other side, it makes me want to make it better. And it's kind of like, oh, I can do things like this too. And looking back at like my years here in college, it's like, I've came quite a long way. So one of my favorite quotes, it's also a lyric from La La Land, is someone in the crowd could be the one you need to know. Especially in the film department, you can't really make a film on your own. If you were to actually make a movie that you want to be ambitious and you enjoy, you need to collaborate with other people. So like my biggest advice is like, just have no shame and just like bother people, bother your peers, your classmates, your professors, and just getting to know all the people. Because by interacting with other people, you'll find out what you actually like and what you're good at. And you can also find out like, oh, these are the things that I need to improve, or I can learn it from this person. So that's just like one of my advices, just don't be shy and get to know other people. You'll learn a lot. Sometimes you'll also get some negative experience, but they all help you grow as a person and also an artist. I'm just really grateful and like thankful for everybody that helped me, not only with my thesis film, but like my journey here at UT, like in the film department and like my filmmaking journey.